I can't sleep. Why can't I sleep? I know why I can't sleep. I've got things on my mind. And I slept. I had a nap during the day anyway. So here I am. Here I am. You know, I'm not particularly religious. In fact, I'm not religious at all. I never was. But when it comes to money, there's something quite biblical about greed. About greed and money. It feels exactly like the Bible says, you know, the corrupting influence. People are so fucking weird about money. Discovering this recently. I mean, I say discovering. It's like I've always been aware, but I suppose I didn't fully appreciate the scope of it. Um, the scope of the potential corruption of money and greed. Um, because somebody who I would have considered to have a modicum of integrity, um, and sincerity, kind of just like shit all over um, a lifetime of mutual respect and family and love and all that stuff. Kind of just took a big fucking shit on it for money. This person basically betrayed me and betrayed the dead and betrayed my mother as well, for money. Just money. Just money. Um, and it's just so strange that mindset to me anyway. You know, it's not as simple as, oh, well, money makes your life easier. Take these fucking things off. Money makes your life easier, right? Sure, definitely does. Especially when you don't have any, like I fucking don't. But it's not. That's too reductive. That's not the. It's not the discussion that we're having. You know, there's more complexity to it. You know, it's not just simply a case of them wanting to improve their life. You know, because they already have money. You know, they already have sufficient, more than sufficient funds to live well beyond their means. So adding to that with the legacy of the departed, which they shouldn't have, but they have acquired, um, is kind of pointless, which is the part that I don't understand. How can you, I mean, what is the gain here? What is the point? Because you're sacrificing so much. Um, because they essentially just offered up the remainder of financial ties, familial ties, you know, love, for a lump sum of money that they were they didn't have any right to, but they took it anyway, you know. Um, and it's just so strange from somebody that I would consider to have a level head, good ideals up until a point. So why? We're not even talking like, there's a culture among the very rich, and I'm talking very, very rich, where money ceases to be money anymore and it's status, right? As we're not at that level yet. Money still has value, you know, which is funny when you think about it. Money loses value the more you get of it. But we're not at that. Money still has value to this person in terms of life and living and surviving. Um, yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. You know, like I've had situations in the past, you know, that have been challenging because of the nature of money. Uh, Maybe you lend money to somebody or somebody lends money to you and you have a date to pay it back, and either you or they go over the date, and then it's like, oh, you got problems then. And stuff like that, things that drive a wedge between people. But this is much greater than that. This is like Shakespearean fucking betrayal, grand stuff that I don't want to fucking deal with, but I have to deal with. You know, it's so weird because I know for a fact that they don't need it. I know, like numbers. I know, um, and they could do so much good stuff with it. You know, they could right a whole lot of wrongs. Put it that way. Right a whole lot of wrongs with a wave of a hand. Wouldn't even need much, to be honest. But they don't. This is just fucking hoarded it away like a dragon. I don't I don't get it. And then I can hear the very rigid, conservative old people, the kind of people that tell you to pay your taxes and so on, coming in and they're like, Michael, it's not your money. You didn't earn it. True, I suppose. In a way, I guess. See, the problem with these discussions is it's not as black and white as you put it. Uh, I could probably poke quite a few holes in that kind of discussion, in regards to this money in particular with this generation of person, where where you could walk down the street at 14 years of age and get a fucking job just because you want to. You don't even have to fill out any applications, where things like nepotism were rife. So the more people you knew, you just waltz into any kind of job. You didn't even need any experience. Learn it all on the job. Fuck, you didn't even need to be good at it. Fuck, even the jobs that you did do didn't even really require any level of intelligence to begin with. It's just fucking manual labor, and you just get good at it. You don't need to use a computer. You don't need to know how to drive a car. You don't need to fucking do any calculations or anything. Fuck, there wasn't even really like the idea of like advanced kind of like human resources in terms of like administration, like interpersonal kind of stuff. There wasn't any such thing as call centers. Jobs were literally just like fucking selling stuff or making stuff. And the making stuff was like gluing things together, or like factory work, which is all rote. You pick it up in a day and then you do that until you die. That's it. You know, it's not hard stuff. And all those generations are like that. You know, there's anyone like over the age of, I don't know, 65 or something, talking to people like me who's always struggled in employment for one reason or another, and long periods of unemployment because can't get a fucking job. You know? And the jobs that you do get are absolute hot garbage. You know, soul crushing. You stick in it for like 6 months and then you want to die. And the jobs aren't easy either. It aren't easy from an emotional and a interpersonal perspective. The job itself is easy because you're not really doing anything. You're just collating data. But if you're doing something like customer service, like, I mean, talk to anybody who works in customer service. It's hell. Is fucking hell on earth. It's awful. Every day is struggle. You know, I like these people that I'm talking about. I think they bought their first home for 7 grand and then sold it for about 20 or 30 times that. You know what I mean? Like different times, you know. You can't talk down to me. Nobody can, generally speaking, but certainly not anybody over the age of 65. Cannot talk down to anybody. Life is so much more complicated now. But yeah, they could fix so much, and they choose not to. And it's just so weird because they'll be dead soon too. You know, they're not the healthiest person. So why would you spend your last remaining years being a piece of shit? I don't understand it. It's so strange, like neurotic. Is it dementia? I don't know. It's so weird. But maybe they've always been this way. Maybe he's always been this way, and I just didn't see it because I'm stupid. Maybe I've just been blind. Maybe the veil has been lifted. I just see it now. I don't know. But I was thinking about I was thinking about the corrupting nature of it. It just feels very biblical, you know, like almost like an ethereal kind of evil, in a way. One that I'm mostly immune to, thank goodness. Fuck rich people. Fuck money. Fuck anybody that wants to be rich. Fuck people that live way beyond their means. Fuck people that have more money than they know what to do with. And anybody that fucking aspires to that, you know? And that's my advice. If you have spare cash, do something with it. Give it to somebody. Don't just fucking sit on it like a fucking lemming. I don't know. Because it's gonna turn you. You're gonna you're gonna go evil, and then you're gonna spend the rest of your soul in fucking hell, and you'll earn it, bitch.